What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the best show in all of pro wrestling and sports entertainment, none other than the Royal Rundown. I am one half of your hosting duo. You know what? And some duos are actually meant to stay together. Damn you, right. Jesus Samero. Damn you.
Too soon, Serge.
Oh, man.
Dang.
But joining me, as always, is the other half of my hosting duo, Miss Dre. Miss Dre, what is going on?
I am here. I am in the building. I am present. I'm Tad, but I am present.
I appreciate you. I absolutely do. Thank you, as always, for joining us on this Wednesday.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? These Wednesday shows aren't bad. I'm not mad.
I mean, it's like our little specialty Royal Rundowns because life be life in and we have to move it a day.
Right. Life gets in the way. We got to move it a day. But first, I always want to start the show off. As always, thank you for watching. If you're watching live on the Fight Podcast or the Scrap News' page right now, we really appreciate you guys. Like, share, subscribe. If you want more content like this, more fantastic content like this, please go ahead and do that. Follow the Scrap News as well for some of the best in all of combat sports. If you're looking for quality journalism, quality combat news coverage, go ahead and check them out as well. You might even see some writing from me over there. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Today in the wild world of pro wrestling and sports entertainment, it has been blackity black and I have loved every second of it. Let's talk about last week. And Swerve and Glory went out there and won the AEW Tag Team Championships. Miss Dre, we've had literally a week to almost the minute to think about this. We were recording and we were celebrating. If you guys haven't had an opportunity, please go out there and check it out. There is a fantastic clip on Miss Dre Days, and I think even the Fight Podcast YouTube or IG page. I gotta put
our Instagram.
Thank you. Whatever that is. We put that on there. But what are your thoughts?
The thoughts are great. Like, they had a fun segment today on Dynamite. You know what I mean? You got to go back and watch it because I know you've been busy. But they had a fun, a fun little segment on Dynamite today to kind of double back from the win, little celebration, make them look good, make them look fun and strong. I really appreciate the fact that I'm seeing so much love. Thank you. Got this from the Silver Room Block Party over in Oakwood Beach this weekend in Chicago. It's a really great, lovely blackity black time, and I had a blast. So it's just I'm enjoying the fact that two of our stars that we have been talking about forever, when they were both at WWE as well as
that the lesser of the organizations.
When they both at WWE and when they were both at now that they moved to AEW or whatever, they're just two people we knew were stars just off the top.
Absolutely.
They've been stars since before, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just
Swerve has won a title everywhere he's been.
It's just really nice to see them be treated as such. It's just nice to see that. I do love the fact that Swerve is talking hella spicy on the Twitter machine. I love that he's talking spicy on all podcasts. I think he was
he liked our reaction to it.
He liked our reaction to it. Shout out to him. It's just really good. I love the fact that these are two very different characters working well together. And obviously, there's so much potential for where that can go. I do hope they don't get lost in the shuffle with, FTR and all 7,682 tag titles they have. That's just my worry, but I think that's semi PTSD, you know what I mean? From how Black champions get treated everywhere.
Are usually treated.
So,
but I feel like this feels, I don't know why, but this feels a touch different, right?
It does. It really does.
This feels a touch different. This feels as if, this is a legitimate opportunity. These guys are going to get it. And granted, we already know the way it as quickly as it turned over, we already know the Hardy Boys were probably supposed to win that tournament earlier, or should I say that match, right?
Maybe, yeah, probably.
It seems like they probably were, especially as quickly as the Young Bucks turned it over.
Sure.
It seems like probably the Hardy Boys were supposed to have it, but I mean, look, this is great. It's a reset on the division.
Yeah.
FTR does. I mean, come on, man. They're FTR. They can do whatever. They don't need the AEW titles. You let them go out there and be marauders and do whatever the hell they do.
And let's be clear, FTR is about to go on to the Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view this Saturday and fight the Briscoes. And it's gonna be it's FTR versus the Briscoes Part 2. They're doing. I mean, that's a very dope, legendary kind of rivalry happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't want to say on the side. They had a great
promo recently as well.
They had a great promo tonight. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where, like, it's really nice to see that you can have, dare I say it, multiple stars in the same division at the same time doing separate things.
You don't say.
Well, look at that. It's just nice to see it. It's just real nice to see. It's things we love to see. So, you know, we've been Keith Lee and Swerve fans since the jump.
I love it.
It's just continuing to, it's wanted to be great. I'm excited to see what's next for them. Who's going to, like, are we going to move into FTR versus them once Saturday's over? Cause like, here for that, but we got to figure out, I want to see how the story.
I'm here for
Lucha
House of
Bros.
Black. I'm here for. There's so much that you can do with Swerve and them, and I mean, and that's what this is exciting, right?
Yeah,
and AEW does a far better job, obviously, with their tag teams, and that's one thing. When you watch AEW, you know I'm gonna get good tag team wrestling, regardless on what happens. It's gonna be a great. They have such a fun tag team division, but now looking at it, they can still have beef with. They can have singles beef with Hobbs and Starks, right? But they can go out there and go against the Lucha Bros. They can go out there as a tag team and go against all these other individuals, and it makes it interesting. It makes it fun.
Absolutely.
And honestly, they should keep the belt for about at least 6 months to a year. I think make them dominant champs. And the thing is, they keep talking like they keep saying Kobe and Shaq, right? Well, Kobe and Shaq won 3 chips together. All right. If that's the case, I want to see him keep winning.
Yeah.
Let's see him win a little bit. Let's see him dominate. And if we threw those little seeds in there for them to kind of, break apart in the future, that's fine. I'm okay with that if it makes sense when it happens. But right now, I love what I'm seeing. But let me ask you this, and I think this is something that's more interesting, even compelling when you think about it. We spent 22 minutes to be exact, speaking about pretty boy Ricky Stark. Him and Hobbs lost. Yeah. Where do they go from here? Because in reality, they were the ones that we thought should have gotten the nod originally. We're not mad. We're actually really happy who got it. But we thought they should have got it because they're the homegrown guys. What are your thoughts on that? Like, where do they go from here?
You know what? Before today, I mean, Ricky Starks had a an FTW championship match tonight against. I'm so sorry, I don't remember whom it was against, but
it doesn't matter,
against someone today, and then he cut a promo afterwards. To me, that's telling me that, hey, they're going singles, and I think that actually is the right move for them. I think the tag team. I think it's something that they don't have to necessarily break up either. I think the tag team could be the tag team when it's the tag team, when it works, when it makes sense. But I think them moving on and moving forward into singles competition, I think that actually works really great for them, especially because AEW, and I mean all of wrestling, it's not just AEW, all of wrestling is going through getting the injury bug right now.
Yeah, for sure.
These 2 men are stars, so let's just go ahead and run it. Like let's let
Ricky
them do what they do.
Ricky needs to be the AEW champion. I want to see Ricky Stark beat CM Punk and take the belt. I want to see him beat Jon Moxley and take the belt. Ricky Stark, he is a guy. You can have Ricky Stark versus Swerve headlining pay-per-view for years. For years. You can sit there and have the tool. This can be your Stone Cold. This can be your Stone Cold versus The Rock. This can be your Rock versus Triple H. You have it right here.
Very rock Triple H. It's so rock. It's
right
so rock
here.
Triple H. And I love it. I want it too. We're not seeing it this year. It's not happening this year. And I'm actually okay with that. It doesn't
have to happen this year. It doesn't have to, like I said. But what you do this year is you solidify Ricky Stark as a single star supernova that he is.
Man, Pretty Ricky is everything.
On his name.
He has it all.
And you let
really
the world know he is. Come on, be honest with me. Aside from Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, it's like we put Cody out there. Aside from Seth and Cody, who has had a better year?
I can't.
Moments.
Yeah, I mean, MJF has had a great year. Aside from the
guy that
controversy,
he wishes he was Ricky.
See, to me, that's what I want to see. I want to see that now-ish. I want to see MJF Ricky Starks now-ish.
You know why that's not going to happen? Because MJF don't want the smoke.
Okay? I want to see it. I want him to try to shut us up. MJF, Malcolm, Jacob, Freeman. Shut us up. Shut us up. Serge said.
Let him know what I said.
Serge said last week
what?
That Ricky Starks is who you think you are.
What?
Beloved. And
say it again for those in the back.
And I'm saying I need you to prove him wrong. I need you to let us know. Like, I don't know. I have no opinion.
And you don't disagree.
I don't.
That's what you were about to say.
I am not sure if I disagree. So I want to know. I need to see it. I want a legit situation. I want a legit feud. And I want it to be like that. Let that be a minute. Let that simmer.
Let it cook.
Let it simmer real nice. You know what I mean? And like, let's do it. I want to see that. And I want to make sure, look, Mr. Tony Khan, give MJF the money he wants so we can see that.
So we can see it.
I want to see that.
And then again, we're talking about they have 3 young talent, 3 cornerstone. We were talking about those pillar pieces.
Yeah,
they have 3 cornerstone pillar pieces: Swerve, MJF, Ricky. You can have come on for years to come. Literally for 15 years.
Do not forget Mr. Lee. Don't forget my play cousin Keith Lee.
Of course. Come on. We're never disrespectful. I'm talking about in the same vein. We're talking about like these rivalries that these 3 can really have, the storylines that they can weave these 3. I want to see Powerhouse versus Keith Lee, because when I saw them together,
it's lovely.
Powerhouse looks just as much of a star as Keith Lee does. And he's growing into that character.
Well, those are big words, Sergio.
I'm dead ass though.
Okay.
When you can see it, he's starting to have that.
There's a swag on him now.
Finding his character.
Yeah, for sure.
You can see it. The confidence, the demeanor. When Ricky was going off, the way he was just out there throwing his ad libs out there, his 21 Savage ass ad libs, he was just throwing them out there.
Let him know. Serge.
You know what I'm saying? It was great. Yo, you can see the 2 of them having a rivalry that can go for years.
Yeah. And I think it's cool because it's a nice counter to, so again, you didn't watch Dynamite tonight, but like there's a House of Black, Sting and Darby Allin are feuding now. Yeah. That's wonderful. That is whoever made that decision. I love it. Fabulous. That is a great counterpart. Like, I know that Sting and Darby Allin, they function kind of as a tag team, but no one really thinks of them as an official tag team. They're not going off after titles.
He's 73 years old. Of course not.
They're not going after titles or anything like that, but they are feuding with other groups. They're doing a really cool thing, I think, with House of Black as well, where they, Malachi Black and Brody King are a tag team, but they're not necessarily going for titles at the moment. They're still having singles matches. They're really good. And it's fun and it's entertaining and whatever. So like, I feel like
it's
you have Sting and Darby Allin, House of Black over here. You've got and then you've got Pretty Ricky and Powerhouse Hobbs, Swerve and Keith Lee and them over here, and like again, and you have FTR over here. Like, it's just a really dope. All of these things are happening simultaneously. And like, I'm not saying that I think AEW needs to add more hours of television of wrestling, because that makes our jobs far more hard, because WWE has 7,000 hours and then they've got their hours.
I don't watch so that no more.
Shut
Give
up.
me more TV. I don't watch that nonsense.
What I am
anymore.
saying though,
what
I am saying though is that, you know, it's just really nice to see the there's multiple storylines, multiple people involved in each storyline at the same time, you know, and you can argue that some things don't get enough time because of that, and that's fair, but like some weeks make me miss you. I don't have to see them every week.
Exactly.
Not at least they don't have to be in the ring every week. They can give me something on video one week and then come back next week.
Give me a little something. And
they don't need to wrestle each other every week either.
It's so amazing that an organization that is only 3 years old, can understand that and get that, when another organization that has been around for millennia doesn't understand that. Millennia. Since the beginning of time. Since the first hobo was out there pushing around his little cart with the weirdos and stuff that he had out there, and he called it a circus. And they fought in the back.
Right.
When the first McMahon was out there. They've been doing this forever.
Since the first McMahon.
Why?
I can't.
Why don't they understand this? Why can't I see a singles match with Jimmy and Jey Uso that doesn't include the same people that they've been fighting the Street Profits for a year? I don't want to see them against the Street Profits no more.
And we love them.
Y'all
watch the show. We love them. We love the Street Profits. We love the Usos. But it's like, if I see Jay fight Montez and Jimmy fight Dawkins, and then remix that and then throw in Omos for fun, like, why? It's doing a lot.
Especially when we have so many other teams. And again, right now,
Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali are right there.
I got one for you. How about the Maxim models or whatever the hell these dudes
get them in the ring?
Get them in the ring.
Well,
because Mansoor can wrestle
all day. And like, here's the cool thing. We're gonna get into silly wrestling in like half a second, right?
I love silly wrestling.
Silly wrestling for the win at all times. Goofy wrestling forever, all day.
Always.
I love the Maxim model, men's model agency, whatever they're called. Triple M's, love them.
Triple M, what's up?
Love them all day. I'm actually cool with them doing a fashion show once a week for like another month and then get them in the ring. I'm cool with that.
Come on. Because we forget.
I'm cool with that.
Professional, it's a variety show. I am down with the fuckery. This is cool. Let's have fun.
Serge is not against sports entertainment.
I am not against sports. Yes, but the entertainment must make sense. And here's the thing. I'm watching LA Knight or whatever the hell we calling them now. Having him out here.
What's his name? Maxim Dupree?
Who knows? Somebody Dupree. So Max Watt.
I still calling the man Eli Drake, child. And
man, come on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. Yeah, but Goofy wrestling for the win, 1,000%. Like, yes. I love what they're doing when they have the active website online. People were taking pictures, and then Dupree and his boys out here just roasting them. Like, it was fantastic. Like,
it's great.
Goofy wrestling for the win. I'm here for that, but I want to see them wrestle. I want them to wrestle. And then here's the thing. There's two of them. I can have one of them beefing with somebody and beefing with someone. We can build storylines all over the place, because guess what the WWE has? More time and money than anybody else. So
they have so much money and so much TV time
and talent and so much talent.
So much talent.
Bringing up what is it? The toxic attraction. Y'all talk about bringing them up, and the girl whose skateboard breaks early. You have this shit. But you have other people in the building that are worthy and aren't getting the love that they deserve. How is it possible? We're going to put some respect on his name. 20 glorious years.
Come on.
Somebody in the land of the giants.
Come on.
Made a name for himself. The greatest luchador of all
about our short
time.
King.
This man was out here battling giants when giants were the only thing that was cool. We are talking none other than Mr. 619 himself, Rey Mysterio. Put some respect on this man's name.
He's getting his day.
Years.
He's getting his day, Serge. I know you don't watch Raw anymore, but that's a development.
So listen to
They're
this.
Giving him his day on Monday.
I don't appreciate it either for multiple reasons. Y'all gave me YouTube shows and channels and whole fucking movies for Cena and RK Bro, and we got people I got celebrities telling me, oh man, RK Bro, are you in the pool? All this nonsense. We getting all this stuff. Rey Mysterio.
Serge likes Randy Orton, by the way. You got to watch an episode about that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, y'all. If y'all haven't watched it, go back. Go back. He loves Randy.
I love Randy Orton.
This is not a slight on Randy Orton.
A slight to Randy Orton, but my thing is this: why does my short king not get the love that he deserves? Short men get discriminated against so much.
Get out of here!
He's getting discriminated here too. This is ridiculous. Come on,
oh my God!
And then don't let me put the obvious reason out there that y'all ain't giving him love. It's because he's brown. Y'all gave these white boys love, but you ain't want to give him love. Come on, man. And then y'all gonna make his son turn on him on his day. His son gonna turn on him on his day.
That's absolutely happening.
Damn.
That is 1,000% happening.
Come on. Y'all might as well brought Eddie back and said that this is actually Eddie's son. Come on.
I'm actually very scared that they're going to reference that again, because they're definitely going to reference that again. I'm a little nervous.
Who should not be named is still back there calling shots.
I'm very nervous. Here's my thing. First of all, yes. All the respect to Rey Mysterio, the GOAT, the God, the man, the myth, the legend, all of that. The greatest luchador, of our time, for sure. Come on. I mean, the man is still, he wrestled Monday. The man is still wrestling as if it's not, if he has not been in this game for 20 years or whatever. Just to this point as well, is he was a big part of that, bringing athleticism into mainstream pro wrestling, right? He was a part of that. He was one of those. I mean,
for those
honestly,
who do not know, really quick, I'm sorry. For those who do not know and understand, back in the day, WCW Cruiserweight division, it ended up being super dope. Everybody was like, holy shit, the WWE didn't believe in it. They wanted big dudes. WCW did it. Guess what? Everybody enjoyed that shit way more. Ray was one of those original dudes, the cruiserweights with him and Eddie, and there was a whole bunch of
dudes. Even Chris Jericho was part of that. Yeah.
Dude, you have legends that came out of there. And we are not giving Ray the same respect. I feel like he does not get the same respect that these other legends get.
I think he gets it. You're absolutely right. He gets his respect in certain places, obviously in Mexico, obviously in Southern California, obviously in the lovely cities that have high Black and brown populations. When they go, we know, we get it. We know who he is. And I think, and let's be clear, I think backstage he does too. I mean, there's never a wrestler that does not give, and I'm talking about amongst his peers. Amongst his peers, he has that respect. The coolest thing about what we're talking about is you'll never hear him say this. And I think that there is a piece to be said about that humility, right? He's not looking for that. And so I do, I respect that very much, because some people need that, and there's a difference between needing and deserving, right? You don't always need what you deserve, right? And we're saying he deserves this. He doesn't necessarily need it but he absolutely deserves it. I do hope
I'm even saying it is because y'all just showed me this is what
do
y'all do for people for their 20-year anniversary. And y'all built it up for like a month for Cena. I had little goofy memes and shit popping up everywhere. And RKO, we had him out here again. I'm seeing him RKO and his kids and his dog in the pool and shit. And I'm seeing all kinds of stuff happening everywhere. And we having a whole day and a party and Riddle out there. And by the way, why did they change Riddle's music? I don't understand this. What was the purpose of that?
God.
Like, what are y'all doing? Speaking of Riddle, come on. Who's in charge over there? He who will not be named? Is it him still?
Yeah. SummerSlam's on the 30th, and
and then there's stories coming out that they're not happy with the SummerSlam lineup. How strange is it that it's not us that aren't happy with it? Riddle me this. Why aren't you happy with the lineup when it's the exact same lineup you ran out there for the last 3 premium live events?
Oh my gosh.
Get what's the problem when the only match I'm looking forward to is Pat McAfee versus Corbin.
It's gonna be lit. I'm lowest of keys, kind of looking forward to. Here's the thing. I think it's Seth Riddle, right? That's what we're building to for SummerSlam. Somebody help me out.
Yeah.
But I think it's Seth Riddle that we're building to for SummerSlam. At least I hope so.
It is. Absolutely. Yep.
On the night, that match is going to be very dope. We already know these two men wrestle extremely well.
Because they wrestle. They tell a story in the ring as well.
I mean, these are elite dudes in the game, right? So I'm not worried necessarily about the in-ring, about what's going to happen for a lot of SummerSlam. Actually, Bianca versus Becky is going to be dope. We've transitioned to WWE already. That's crazy, but whatever. Not a single segue.
I don't even care about segue. I feel the exact same way. I feel less about Bianca and Becky than I do Roman and Brock. It moves me less than that.
I don't, you know what? I think it's just
because here's the thing. How are you down in the dumps?
Serge is ready. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, down please. In the dumps.
In the dumps. Come on with your notes. Talk to us.
How are you
down in the green joint?
How are you down in the dumps? Woe is me. I'm reeling. But I fell myself right back into a title shot.
Right.
Come on.
And Asuka's right there. Like, that just drives me nuts.
It's so, and I know it's lazy.
And I know they got turned around because Rhea got injured and all that, but like, Asuka's right there. I keep saying Asuka is literally right there.
Y'all had Asuka drag her for months, all for Asuka not to get the title shot, but her to get the title shot?
I mean, and maybe I missed it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Why couldn't I get Becky versus Asuka for SummerSlam and Bianca versus someone else?
Or Bianca could, yeah.
Triple threaded even.
Where's Bailey? Maybe Bailey could have came back and had
Charlotte is probably on her way back as well. She's her and Andrade honeymoon.
Or how about we build more stars? How about we just paid and gave Naomi and Sasha the respect they deserved, and they'd still be here?
We'd be talking about a whole different situation.
And that's why, I get to the point because, again, we're talking about professional wrestling, we're talking about sports entertainment, we're talking about make-believe, right? And
real quick reminder, this is not real life.
Come on, make-believe, right? And it's so irritating that
he's speechless. Serge is like, I am, and I have to bring this back to you, Serge, because I warned you. I warned you about this time. Every wrestling fan, especially when we come back, right? because most of us who are our age who watch wrestling still, we all took a break at some point. We all left it alone. Something happened, a storyline pissed us off, or the product got bad, and we just left it for however long.
First of all, how y'all never let me know that Vince was out here putting do-rags on and dropping the N-bomb? Did nobody tell me that shit before I came back?
I told
y'all let that shit slide?
I told you not to go back to ruthless aggression.
Y'all let that go back and slide. Y'all had Vince walking.
I didn't watch
about what's up,
son.
What?
Son, I was gone. I was gone then. So I didn't actually see that live. I saw that later when I came back later, like for real. And then had Booker T coming back talking about, tell me he didn't just say that. I was like, Lord Jesus, this actually happened.
Look, we got you out here live too,
y'all
my
let
brother.
this rock for real.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. There is always. I mean, and I hate to say this. I feel like it happens at least once every 2 years, where it gets like kind of unbearable-ish. But once a year,
this is unbearable.
Yeah,
this is unbearable.
So where it's like, okay, what is actually happening? And then like a lot of people tune out until WrestleMania season every. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like WrestleMania season gets pretty dope or dope-ish, or like really. So
screw us, the jabronis that are watching this shit week in and week out. We just get shit on,
and that is the problem. That's the critique.
Product.
That's right? The critique, like, that it just gets into this lull or this like where it feels so repetitive that you just can't wait for. For example, SummerSlam's gonna happen. I think we've got maybe 1 or 2 pay-per-views after that, and then we get into some like Survivor Series, and then we get into Royal Rumble, and then and it's like, all right, here we go. Now we're moving again.
I hear. I mean,
and also the injuries have not helped either product. They have not helped.
But regardless, it's terrible when I have to watch up, up, down, down just to see the New Day in a positive light.
Oh, yeah. I hate that, but yeah, fair.
Like, as long as I've been back, the New Day has been ass. And it's like, I'm talking about Garbaggio.
Not the whole time. When did you start?
When I first came back, they I think they might have even had the belt when I first came back.
Did you see any Thunderdome pandemic no crowd wrestling? Did you watch any of that?
Yeah, I seen some of it. Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like they kind of. Oh yeah, I mean Kofi
Roman
Xavier got hurt. Xavier got hurt, and it was just Kofi and E.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so you've really never seen the New Day at the height of their powers. You really haven't. Them,
and then you have Xavier winning the. Like
King of the Ring, yeah, and nothing happening from that.
Nothing, nothing came from that.
Zelina's win either,
Zero.
and she is like mad talented.
Is she even still wrestling? Last time I saw her, she was taking thirst trap pictures on Instagram.
And she's gorgeous. One time for Malachi Black's wife, she's gorgeous.
That's Malachi Black's wife?
You're welcome. You didn't know that, did you? Yes, they're married. Yes, they are. Look at his shock. Look at the shock on his face.
The dude with the eye.
With the things, yes, and the thing, yeah.
Wrestle his ass off. I like Malachi Black.
Malachi's the G. He's a G.
Is he an ally?
I would assume so. That Puerto Rican woman from the Bronx or New York, wherever she's from. Like, I mean,
I don't know her. I don't know.
I think we're cool. I haven't seen anything too.
So he's on the Fergalicious side. I'm not mad. Okay, Malachi Black. Malachi Black.
Somebody help Serge. Lord, Serge, this is a Wednesday for real. We are like, Lord, is it Friday yet? It is time. I need to have something stronger in this cup. Listen, I just feel like, it sucks, but it's so funny because it's just like Stockholm syndrome, whatever you would call it. Like, I'm just so used to this time. I find things to just be like, I am actually curious to see how this foolishness is about to play out. Like, I'm just curious now. Like, what are they doing? How are they gonna do
foolishness? We can talk foolishness. Okay. And there's some fun foolishness that I like. Like prime example. I like what's his name? Ezekiel, whatever the fuck his name, Elias, Ezekiel.
Yeah,
him.
Zeke Elias and them.
Yeah, and them. I like every iteration of him. Like I heard somebody say recently, and because I don't even want to. I want to claim it, but I can't. I just can't remember who said it. But I wish they went full like 90 or 80s
full Mick Foley.
Yeah,
I wish they went full Mick Foley with it.
But even I'm talking about even to the fact that when they have him on camera, like when he does his vignettes, it's like in the old 80s like distortion, like look and everything. Give me everything. I want him yelling in the mic that way. I want him. Let's go full character, right? Because we talk goofy wrestling. Goofy wrestling has like again wild characters. I'm okay with these type of characters. I think his character is great. He cracks me up. Now, is it running a little stale with the audience? I think it might be.
1000%.
I think that's how you zing it up. Go full like 80s. Go full Ultimate Warrior on them. Like
yeah, and they had him wrestle Seth on Monday, and I think that's on purpose because it's getting a little stale. And they're like, well, let's put him up there with somebody that ain't stale yet, which is magically. I don't know how Seth has run the evolution. I feel like we do this like once a week. He literally will text me like, is she cool? Or are they cool? Are they? And it's like, and I'm like, yes, no, yes.
Not all skin folk.
Hey, listen. Yeah, facts, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But I wish they would have went. I think I like that idea too, but with that, they could have gone full Mick Foley with this. Like they played with it. They still can. But what kills me is that they played with it when they gave him the fake beard so he could be Elias again for that one video or whatever. And I'm like, I should be getting one of those every week. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about it. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
What else are we doing? We're not doing anything.
Yeah, we're definitely not. And again, we're talking about goofy wrestling. Like, obviously, everything Sami Zayn does is awesome. Everything this man Kevin Owens
every
does
time absolutely
is awesome. Right now, Pat McAfee is killing the game. He's going out there.
He's so good at this. He's so good at this.
On the mic, every aspect of it, he's going to go out there and put on a show.
Yeah.
Him and Corbin are going to, because here's the thing, people, if you don't know, Corbin big ass can wrestle. And he's very good at it.
Yeah.
And they're going to go in there because guess what? Hey, they're actually friends and they're going to have chemistry and have a good ass time and try to put on a goddamn show. And that's going to steal the night. I guarantee that's the match of the night. People going to be talking about Meltzer, old punk ass, going to be out here talking about that's like a 4-star match. It's going to be, that's what he's on. It's fantastic. Oh, shit. My damn phone camera died. Hold on.
Not the full curse. You heard the full curse words, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Listen, I think you're absolutely right. Pat McAfee is he's so good at this. I am thoroughly surprised that Logan Paul, when I promise you, when he first showed up before Mania, I couldn't roll my eyes any harder. But this is also, this is where he belongs. He belongs here. Sports entertainment, wrestling, this whole thing, that is very much his bag. It's his bag, and he's good at it. Now, what I don't like, for those who don't know, he's feuding with The Miz for SummerSlam right now, after partnering with him at WrestleMania, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's going to be difficult for them to market him as the face, which is what it seems like they're doing.
That's what he wanted, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, but like, why?
I mean, here's the thing. I'll tell you why. I mean, he's a dude who's used to getting a lot of shit and get hated on. So
he wants to be cheered.
Yeah, he's doing the exact same thing Ronda Rousey did. And you think about it, a lot of these people who come in here with a fan base already and have an appearance already, they want to be liked. They don't want to be booed. And you could even see when that man got booed in his hometown of Cleveland, his feelings were hurt. He didn't want that shit no more, so he wants to come in as a fucking face. And that's why they even said that's the reason why they had him give him the skull-crushing finale, or whatever the hell that damn move is called. But they had that happen because he wants to be a face. I think it's silly. I think he needs to go full heel. I think he should have been, that should have been the idea from the jump. We are bad guys. And you know what? And rope his brother into it as a manager.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Let's bring in the whole crew, right? That's what it should have been. I don't get it, but again,
Miz hadn't been cheered. Like Miz gets respect cheers, right? Like, because he's a heel, and he's been a heel for a gazillion years, and he was a face for like a hot minute, several years ago now, when he was like partnered up with Ric Flair, and then he was doing the figure four, for his finisher for 3 minutes, and it felt very experimental. I personally didn't hate it, but it probably wasn't the right time. I feel like it hasn't been a better time to turn Miz face than now with the Miz and Mrs. Let me tell you why. I mean, the Miz and Mrs. is like
I like that.
You feel me? Like, this is it. There hasn't been a better time. His face is far more
it's recognizable now today than it used to be. Right?
Exactly. And like,
he's not Michael anymore.
He's stupid. He's got his reality show with his wife. He's got other hosting gigs. The man is acting in other things that aren't WWE studios produced. You know what I mean? So it's just like, this would have been a good time. And like, Logan Paul is like you said, he's not a very liked person in social media and in any industry right now, but he's a popular person. Therefore, bring him into sports entertainment and let him lean into that, and then use it as a vehicle to actually slowly turn Miz, like, I know him, me and Mike, we cool. Turn Miz face, throw in Maurice. We all love Maurice. You know what I mean? Like, throw that into and go with it.
Unless I love goofy wrestling, but let's lose the ball gimmick. Okay.
That joke was stale the second that said it.
The first time it came out, it was bad, and I need that joke to be gone forever. But
it was so bad.
Look,
maybe let's think a little of like fantasy booking ish. Maybe we do the Logan Paul thing.
Okay.
And they do business. They do what they do. And maybe this is a vehicle for Ciampa. Maybe we get healed. Ciampa is a heel. That is his jam. Maybe somehow through this Logan Paul Miz Ciampa situation, we get Ciampa Miz out of this. And that's how we turn Miz face.
Oh, maybe.
Not a terrible first real feud for Ciampa. Miz is Miz. Miz is Miz. So it's going to be, people love Ciampa. People want to see Ciampa win too, right? But we love him.
People who get paired with the Miz do end up getting good runs afterwards. They do.
It's almost like it's like you got to go through Miz and Dolph Ziggler, and then they're like, all right, we'll see what we're going to do.
That's real. Hey, and look at this. Speaking of that, Theory can't even get through. He's still going through one of them.
Theory is feuding with 6 people right now.
Here's the thing. Theory versus everybody. Right? Theory
with everyone.
Vince don't know if Vince just want him to win, but he don't know who he wants him to go against. Vince take all of his creative power that he has in his brain and just puts it on Theory, because all the feuds that we should be having with everybody else, Theory got all of them. He got against Bobby Lashley. He going against the Usos. He's going against Sami Zayn. He going against Dolph Ziggler. He's going against Roman, Brock.
Legit.
Who else is he going against?
I think you got everybody. That's the whole party. That's a party bus.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say Seth and Riddle, but they're too busy going against each other. That's the only reason. Reason. So it's really interesting though, because it's like, I mean, I think it's a waste of time, but I think at the end of the day, they probably are setting it up for a dude to win it.
I don't think it's happening.
No. So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I don't know anything else aside from maybe it's just I'm really trying to
What are your
will. I
thoughts?
am really trying to will Theory not cashing in on Roman and Brock. I'm really trying to will it in. Dolph Ziggler's a former Money in the Bank winner. And that, I was there for that. I was watching that when he cashed in against Alberto Del Rio on that Monday Night Raw. I think it was Raw after Mania. I might be wrong, but it was a very big pop. Everyone was geeked. He was not actually a face then either. He was 1000% a heel. Big E was his heavy. AJ Lee, CM Punk's wife, was also, it was like it was a trio of them. And so like people, we like, I'm not trying to speak for everybody, but I think we like cheering for Dolph because we respect what he does. We respect how he's been in the game for this long, et cetera, et cetera. So like, I think we went into this last week too. But what I'm saying is whoever said, let's get Ziggler involved in this makes me happy because you have a storyline, make sense reason for Theory to lose the briefcase to him. And as much as I hate when people A, lose the briefcase and or B, lose their cash in, because that kind of just dilutes the purpose of Money in the Bank in the first place. Okay. If you're gonna do it, get it to someone that makes sense. I think, for example, if I can remember correctly, and again, y'all can in the comments help me out if I messed it up or correct me. But if I remember correctly, Baron Corbin was a Money in the Bank when he was Baron Corbin, and he still had a little bit of hair, I think. He was a Money in the Bank winner.
Yes, he was.
And they had him put his case up against John Cena and lost. And John Cena ended up being the Money in the Bank briefcase holder after that. I'm pretty sure I have that right. As much as that was a questionable situation, it was it's John Cena. And so you're like, at least you lose it to John Cena. You're not losing it to like someone who is not a multiple championship holder before this. One of these that didn't make sense was when Damien Sandow lost his cash in. And I also think it was against John Cena. So again, that was one of the reasons why folks was booing Cena. That was one of the times when folks was booing Cena for all the reasons, and that was kind of one of them, right? And Damien Sandow should have held it. Damien Sandow was really hot at that point. It was really dope, whatever. But my thing is, if you're gonna lose the case, lose it to something or someone that makes sense. Dolph Ziggler with the Money in the Bank, this Dolph Ziggler with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
He just came off of an NXT title run.
That was banging. It was too short, in my personal opinion.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely was. They absolutely should have. It was a great title run.
Yes.
Having him in the mix is good.
Yes.
Because he's such a great character. He can play both sides of the fence. He can be a good guy. He can be the bad guy. And
you can lift him, like he's mid-card currently or whatever, but like you can, like he's one I feel like when you let him,
he's the mid-card goat.
But he can get into that upper mid. He can get into that upper card if you need him to. And like, I'm sure he would want to. Like, I'm sure he's kind of like, I know I'm the mid-card goat. I know that. I know I can get, but give me a little shot here. You know what I mean? Again, let me do this again. And I feel like he's someone who would succeed. This is going to sound super random. I do feel like I put people against this man all the time, but I would watch Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler.
It'd be fantastic. Seth Rollins versus anybody would be fantastic.
I feel like, and I do feel like when I'm thinking, like, ooh, wouldn't so-and-so versus Seth Rollins be dope? Like, I feel like I say that up every week at least once.
Yeah.
But that's how dope Seth Rollins is right now.
I think of Seth versus Will Ospreay all the time. Like, I would love
to come on. Drip God versus Drip God? Stop this. The suits alone.
Dog, I just want to see Will Ospreay in the WWE coming out with that damn kimono. Them coming out with them green tights and boots he rocked. That shit is hard. I fuck with that whole fit.
Serge gonna get them boots, G.
Man, I'm gonna get that robe and we walking around the crib.
Tosh gonna be like, "What are you wearing?"
She knows she's not. She gonna be trying to steal it.
I love it. I love it.
She's swaggy as hell. She's gonna be like, "Good luck,"
and she's gonna put it with some fly sneakers, ain't she? It's gonna be so fly. I'm gonna be like, this woman.
We see her out there walking down the street.
Like, look at Tosh rocking the Will Ospreay in these fly ass green and gold Jordans or something. It's like, do they even make those? Like, I got them made.
Man, she would. Sounds about right.
I believe it. I love it.
Man.
Yeah, man. It's a fun time. I mean, here's the thing. WWE gives everybody a headache at least once a year, and you're in that you are currently experiencing that headache.
I'm not watching it. I told you I refuse.
And it's cool.
I'm not watching
I will keep you updated because I am used to this foolishness. AEW though is
but I'm going to come very prepared, like I know what I was on though.
He gonna be sneaking and watching it. Don't let him legit. He lying to y'all. AEW is really fun though. I am very much debating
the best organization in the world. Yes,
I have never ever watched a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I have barely watched. I've watched Ring of Honor matches here and there throughout the years, especially if I'm like looking at a particular wrestler and whatnot. The return of Samoa Joe has me intrigued. FTR versus the Briscoes has me intrigued. Willow Nightingale is fighting somebody that has me intrigued. So there's a lot of matches on this Ring of Honor card that has me like very like.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much the card is?
I don't know, but I mean, I get paid tomorrow, so I might throw it in my. I might have to throw that in my things to do this weekend, and report back to y'all next week because I feel like this would be a card I'd watch. Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal. I'm just interested to see. I want to see it. I want to see it. I just want. First of all, I miss Samoa Joe, so I want to see it, and I'm really geeked to see that. So I think the stuff that AEW is doing. Granted, some might think it's cheating because they've got multiple. It's a true. I hate the term forbidden door, and I feel like it's so overused. But it's just the door is open, very much there. They are literally got
Tony owns everything.
Tony owns Ring of Honor, AEW. There's New Japan joints over there. Like it's just a lot going on, and I feel like
fun.
It's so fun. It's just fun to see that. It's mad fun to see that, man. I'm enjoying it. To me,
it's like I don't know, man. Like I'm of that age where when you're mid-30s and shit, and I'm nostalgic for that old shit. And I'm nostalgic for that attitude era style feel of professional wrestling, and I get that when I watch AEW. I like feel it. Yeah,
it's like it's like added. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, Serge, but like I like that it's attitude era, but with all but with the lessons learned. Like it's like
with the cruiserweight division and good tag teams.
Yes. It's like we've learned some lessons here.
The only thing they haven't learned is the female talent. They haven't learned that part yet.
To be fair, I saw how many female talents did I see on my screen today on Dynamite? Jade and Kiera Hogan had a tag team match with Willow Nightingale and Athena. That's 4 women. They cut a promo also before that. What's her face? Britt Baker and what's her oh Lord, Britt Baker and her girl. I cannot think of not Layla Hirsch, child. What is that lady's name? I can't remember now. But her, friend too. Plus,
I'm sorry, I do not know that woman. I do not know.
Thunderstorm, Tony Storm, and Thunder Rosa. They cut a promo together, so that's 8. That's 4 more women.
Well, there we go.
And I think there was another. Ruby Soho, Ty Conti, and Anna Jay were involved in the barbed wire Shark Tank situation with Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho. So I saw a lot of women tonight. Like it was small bursts, but I saw a lot of women tonight, and I was like, you get okay. That was nice.
I'm here for that. And look, I'm at this point in time. Truly, I'm starting to get to the point that like I realized like I just enjoy more of what I'm watching with AEW. I've enjoyed more of it for a long time now.
Sure. Yeah.
The thing about it is like they just do a better job of making everything kind of matter and everybody kind of matter. And the WWE just hasn't been doing that. Nobody matters aside from Roman. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And that's the
That is
thing.
the biggest. I think that's the
That's the
best way to put
difference.
it. That's the best way to put it. It's like things matter here. Nobody matters here. And you're like,
Nobody.
ugh. And you
Nothing
got these
matters.
like, and I feel like there's always this tension of, okay, is so and so coming back? Is so and so coming back? Is so and so coming back? And on both sides, again, because the injury bug has gotten everybody.
We're not even worried about that on AEW because they're doing such a good job with everybody else and everything matters. And that's what happens when you have one organization that is run by suits and the other organization run by fucking professional wrestlers. That's the difference. And we always talk about being fighter first,
we're
wrestler
talent first all day. Yeah.
Talent first all day.
The
talent is running one side. Granted, I think Cody actually still has his hands over there, from what I'm understanding too. But from what I'm understanding, they said Cody. Who said it? In the group chat. What's his name? What's his name? Kenny Omega said something. Kenny was like, "Man, y'all act like Cody gone."
Like phones
Cody ain't gone.
Like Texas can't be sent. Like, hey, you know what you should do,
right? That's what he said. So he's like, you think this dude like he gone or something? Like, I don't talk to Cody. Like, fuck out of here. Like, so that was kind of the energy that I got from that. You know.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of the infamous group chat, somebody in the chat ended up posting a video of Kenny Omega cutting a promo in Japanese when he was in New Japan. I'm not gonna stunt. It's pretty fucking awesome. If you have an opportunity, you know what? We'll retweet it. One of us, I'll retweet it later, so you guys be able to find it on my Twitter at the SERG VICENTE. Isn't that my Twitter?
I think that's your Twitter. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, at the SERG VICENTE. So check that out. I have that on.
Mine's right there, and I'll retweet it. So if you can't find his, you'll find me on his. So you got it.
we'll put that up there in a little bit. But it's so cool, and again, I'm realizing more and more that I truly enjoy what I'm watching with AEW, and more, it's mid at best in the WWE, mid at best. And then let's throw on top of that he who shall not be named and all the tomfoolery that his ass has going on. And
talk about some icky stuff. Talk about icky stuff. They sent our boy Titus O'Neil out there to like cut
and
this.
He looked all kinds of bad and I was so irritated seeing his ass out there because he's a good dude and that shit was nasty.
It's just icky and this is not a slide on. Again, we are talent first.
Not a slide. So this is not Titus.
Titus did his job.
Told to do.
He did his job. You know, his job was to go out there and do that promo that was, that was written for him, whatever. But don't send out damn near a whole angel of a person, like a person who does nothing but positive things in the community. And you don't even let the man do the job you hired him for, which was to wrestle. You don't even do that.
He's actually a current wrestler for them.
You didn't know he was a fuck?
No, I thought this motherfucker did some behind the scenes shit. I thought he was a suit. They just tried it out here from time to time.
You should Google the primetime players.
No, I shouldn't Google nothing. They should bring his ass out there to wrestle so I could see him with my own eyes. I ain't Googling shit.
Yeah. In the end.
I'm sorry.
And that is all.
Create your stars. They got him right there.
I mean, his tag team partner no longer works for them, but he's look, shocker. I know you're shocked, aren't you?
Oh my God! They fired somebody else that was probably really good.
Shocker.
Fuck.
One time for Darren, he was
the fact that they fired. I'm gonna say it again.
He's gonna do it again.
Fired.
Y'all, he's revving up. I feel
Keith Lee.
It's happening.
And Swerve Strickland. Keith Lee has arenas full of people. Oh, I don't even say hit row. Oh my God.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It's painful.
Here, you have arenas full of people singing.
Bask in his glory. Oh, bask in his glory.
Come on. If you go to any place in the country and you say whose house, somebody in that place is behind is going to say Swerve's house.
It's
and
true.
The fact that you have these two that are just stars, you let them go. Samoa Joe. I've heard incredible people.
She can't even finish Joe. Joe is 3 letters. And
I've heard
just
incredible people call Samoa Joe their GOAT.
Yeah.
He's incredible people that I listen to their shows and I believe what they say. They say that Samoa Joe is the GOAT and they fired him.
We have yet to figure out if Sasha Banks and Naomi are actually still on their rosters. Do we want to keep going there? Like, it's just nuts. It's just nuts.
Dude, look.
It don't make sense.
And then peace and blessings to Sasha Banks and Naomi. Should I say Mercedes, whatever the hell your last name is, and, you know,
Bernardo
Miss Fatu.
Trinity. Fatu.
You know what I'm saying? I was showing respect.
We love y'all.
I'm not saying nothing.
You know, respectfully.
Respectfully
to both of them. We love them all.
Those queens. Love you both.
For real. Like,
come on. 2
of the best.
The moment of the year. You guys want to know what the moment of the year was this year? The moment of the year wasn't when Cody Rhodes came in there and did all his thing at WrestleMania. That wasn't the moment. The moment of the year.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you do this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
If you know.
Don't you do this. Didn't know Sailor Moon
had my wrestling moment of the year.
Didn't know Sailor Moon. Didn't know Sailor Moon could split like that, did you? I am not about to do this with y'all. Foolish. Stop it.
No.
Kill it. Stop it.
I knew I liked Sailor Moon back in the day.
You are a fool of all fools.
Well,
and
look,
Serge means this respectfully.
Respectfully. With the utmost respect. Okay? The utmost respect. Jeez. You let all these motherfuckers, you let all this talent go, and now you're sitting here talking about some. I don't like our lineup for SummerSlam. No shit. Could you imagine SummerSlam with Keith Lee, Hit Row? Because where is Frank? I don't know where he is. I just be seeing him just putting on goofy stuff out.
Yeah, he's done a few indie shows.
I need to see him. He was entertaining.
He was.
Hit Row. Could you imagine SummerSlam with Hit Row? Could you imagine it? We need tag teams. We had one. It's gone. We need more women. We had one. It's gone. It's so ridiculous. But could you imagine SummerSlam with Hit Row, with Swerve, with Keith Lee, Samoa Joe? Think about it. They had all these people at their disposal. Neville. I'm not even talking about Neville.
I know.
Neville. Let me keep going. Malachi Black.
Keith Lee versus Brock Lesnar SummerSlam.
Hello. I got one for you.
Hello.
Keith Lee versus Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Give me a 3-way with the 3 of them.
Okay, big meaty men
slapping me. Big meaty men slapping me. Come on.
Anytime you can say that, it's just joy. I know. It's just joy.
Could you imagine though? And you really think about it when you really see
it. Actually hurts. I don't even want to. It actually hurts.
Think of all those and they just squandered it for what?
Hurt Business versus Hit Row. Hurt Business versus the Bloodline. And these people still work there. They just broke up Hurt Business for no reason.
Makes zero sense. It makes you got Shelton running around. He was trying to put the band back together. They in there, Cedric. They was trying to put the band back together.
Man.
Again, I generally don't understand what they're doing, and it sucks because when you look at what they have and who they could have had, it makes you it's just what could have been, right? And then because of that, we're watching another organization essentially take your pieces and dust them off and do what you should have done with them. Swerve is a proven star. Swerve has literally won a title everywhere he's been.
Yep.
And the only people that won a title belt faster than Swerve won a title belt in AEW is FTR.
Yep.
94 days compared to 112 or something like that.
Arguably the best tag team in the world right now. So
no, they're second best.
I said arguably.
I understand. No argument. Words we know who's things. Number one. They are absolutely the twos, and we know who is
all that junk about their talks all that junk about their workplace just to say they still the ones though. They still the ones.
Hey, look.
Listen, the Usos, y'all's lost brother is not going. It's not gonna let it. He's gonna always.
You know what? At the end of the day,
he gonna always have y'all.
Main event Jay goes out there with main event, Jimmy, and they put on show. They never disappoint on premium live events. Never.
Ooh, come on, premium live event. You better use the right word.
You know what I'm saying? What?
The right terms.
What?
Lord
Miller can't even get that shit right.
Shout out to Simon Miller. We do love you.
Shout out to Simon Miller. Love Simon Miller.
Ups and downs is our jam. Well, Culture Wrestling, we love y'all.
Come on,
love
man.
y'all
love
so
that.
much.
Even though I feel like Swerve be mad at y'all, and he would definitely be mad at the other one. Wrestle Talk. He is not happy with y'all. But look, Swerve, you seen the reaction. Right, you seen whose side we are. We are always on Swerve's side. All right, we know what I'm saying. And we're here for the culture. But look. Salute to Rey Mysterio, 20 years. He's literally one of the greatest, if not the greatest luchador of all time. This man, when I was coming up watching pro wrestling, there weren't a lot of other brown kids, or black or brown. So when you saw another dude, the Mexican dude out there doing it, he was cool. I fuck with Rey Mysterio always, especially like even that little run where he gave him the belt for 2 seconds and he lost it the next day. Doesn't matter. Man, him and Kofi. Is this what's going to happen to Kofi?
Nope.
Come on, man. You think about it, Kofi and him, same thing. Just Brock Lesnar just spikes
pattern.
They get it. Everybody is hype on him. You can jump around. Oh, he's the black Rey Mysterio. This is terrible. Regardless, look, love dude. Unfortunately, during his 20 year, he's going to get beat up, and his son is going to join Judgment Day.
Yeah, it's probably happening, huh?
It needs to. He didn't even need Judgment Day. He should have been turned on.
I mean, hopefully
what he should have done?
They can make it interesting. So hopefully it'll be interesting, and then Edge coming back anyway. Lord only knows what's going to happen with that. So
Dominic Mysterio should have been the behind the curtain Wizard of Oz leader of the Mexican crew at NXT.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yep. Admiral.
Legado del Fantasma? No.
The Mexican crew is with my boy.
Legado Velda. Yes.
Yeah, he should have been.
You thought Dominic Mysterio should have been the behind the scenes leader of that?
Should have been. Hell yeah. Or bump him up, put them all in one crew, and turn him a bad guy. Have him be a bad guy. Give him a little edge. Like I said, no pun intended. Granted, Edge is definitely gonna go ahead and team up with Rey Mysterio, though. That's definitely.
So you think that's what I'm saying? You think that's the team? Like, is it
1,000%?
And are we gonna fast track that for SummerSlam?
Probably because they got shells.
Or are they going to reveal that at SummerSlam? That's the one thing I'm missing.
Reveal that at
Here's
SummerSlam.
The thing. I'm missing that. I need something to happen. I need a revelation at a premium live event. I understand that everything they like to use every TV to promote said premium live events. So they do these big revelations at your Raws and your SmackDowns and stuff. But tease something and reveal it at the premium live event. That is another thing AEW has done really well.
Fantastic.
You I'm sorry. I can't, again, I always confuse the pay-per-view. I think it's All Out. All Out last year when we've got Brian Danielson and Adam Cole reveal that same night. Swerve came out at another pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they didn't do anything. Some of them might have had a little brawl, but like most of the time it's just the reveal that they're there.
That's it.
And then I know I gotta watch TV. Whatever the show is next week. I'm not mad about the paper.
Tony runs it. It is a much better run show right now.
Right.
The story makes sense. The way they tease the people coming up. We gave them shit for the build-up to Forbidden Door.
And for it to
they knocked the doors, blew the doors off that door, that Forbidden Door.
Killed it.
You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. They haven't slowed down.
No.
They haven't slowed down.
And you can tell the difference.
Event,
you can tell the difference. I mean, they're not necessarily like they have less pay-per-views a year, which helps. It helps so much. Yeah. So like you could tell when they're ramping up to one, but the stuff in between is still interesting.
It still makes sense from weeks because everybody matters. And they're making the fact that we're able to sit there and see Danhausen get pop up from under the ring in a match with Wardlow and Orange Cassidy. That's the goofy wrestling and shit I like. But again, and here's the thing, like he is incorporated with Taz. It's Team Taz. Now he's over here. Why can't more people aside from Sami Zayn do that in the WWE?
Right.
Like they're taking people from one group or one place, and they're just like, because again they're in this universe of this world that they're walking by each other. WWE makes it seem like these people don't bump into each other. It's just I'm on this side of the street and I only see these people, and this is it. Over there, they literally make it seem like I'm walking around and I don't like that dude today. Cool, we got beef.
Hi, can I please have a match?
Yes, you can. More fun. It's so much more fun, and people say they got too many belts. I could disagree. I love seeing every single one of them damn belts. I like it.
It hasn't bothered me as a viewer. It honestly hasn't.
Fun because you know why? Because guess what? When I look at it and I see all those belts, it feels like shit matters.
True.
That's what it is. Y'all hating on, why they got so many belts? Look, Tony said he's waiting to bust out a trios championship. Sign me the fuck up. I'm here for it. He says he already has the belt made.
Yeah.
For trios.
And I do like that he's like waiting for a good time to if I think he's still weighing. I feel like I think AEW as a whole is still like weighing how that would fit, where they would go, whatever. And I don't mind that.
I don't mind.
Take your time, plan it out, make it make sense. Because we can tell when stuff gets rushed because we've been watching wrestling for a long time.
Yo, but look, they're doing fantastic. Aside from it, I mean, we have been getting some great matches, a lot of fun. The build up to Riddle versus Rollins is going to be amazing.
That'll be fun.
That's going to be fun. Unfortunately, nothing on the women's end is fun. The tag team match, even though we've seen it a million times, is going to be fun.
You're not excited about Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship?
I could care less.
One time for Liv Morgan, we have no beef with Liv Morgan.
I have, but I'll be honest with you, it doesn't interest me. She's to this point, she hasn't done it for me yet.
Sure, I think her future feud with Charlotte is going to be fun. But it's gonna be a future feud. It's not happening yet. We got to get.
And I need to see these people when we off this PG. When it's PG 14 or whatever, maybe I can get down with people a little bit more because she's still too kiddie for me. And it's just not interesting to me. Her character's not interesting to me. Rhea's character is interesting. Bianca's character is interesting. You know what I mean? Like they have interesting.
Even
Charlotte's
Becky's
character's interesting.
Even Becky's
Becky
character
is
is
interesting.
interesting. Yeah. Even
Asuka,
if you don't love it, it's
interesting.
still interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Asuka, interesting. I love
Man.
Asuka. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
They do my
sorry,
girl
Liv,
so
when she
wrong.
goes out there, Liv and the other one that looks just like her,
Alexa
who's just a little
Bliss.
smaller,
Alexa Bliss.
they just, it doesn't do it for me. I see it and I'm just like, but you know what? Again, this stuff is posted, a lot of it's skews to little kids. I'm sure the little kids love her.
Yeah.
I'm sure she sells hella t-shirts.
Want that. Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure of
it.
Yeah. And again, and that's why shit like AEW is for me.
Well, there it is.
With that
thank
being said,
thank you for watching another lovely episode of the Royal Rundown. Our lovely special Wednesdays we've been doing this last 2 weeks.
I like this Wednesday vibe. This Wednesday vibe is something different. Like I said,
it is something different. It's cute. It's nice. I will report back. I am going to think about ordering Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor, and I will let y'all know and report back next week on how that went. Because I feel like it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a good time. So we'll see.
Oh, I think it's gonna be incredible. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I like wrestling shows that I don't need to know who the people are. And when I watch it, I'm thoroughly entertained. And I believe this is going to be one of those shows. So that should be a great one. SmackDown is coming this weekend. I believe the Tribal Chief will be in the building on Raw next week. We'll see the Tribal Chief is there. You know, when the Tribal Chief is there, business goes up. So
he gonna watch Raw that day. Watch.
You're damn right. You're damn right. The best wrestler in the world is gonna be there. The Tribal Chief. So I said we'll be watching that. That's gonna be a good time. But as always, it's Dre Day. Thank you so much for this. Is a good time as always. Everybody else, make sure you listen to the Fight Podcast and other ones everywhere podcasting is available: Apple, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher. You can check us out at thefightpodcast.com. Also check us out not only at the Fight Podcast, but check us out on the Scrap News' YouTube page. Scrap News at scrapnews.com. Fantastic stuff. Love those guys. But if you like what you see, listen, like, subscribe, and share. Ms. Dre, anything you wanted to get before you get up out of here?
Like, just, tell a friend. It's fun live. We need more people in the chat. We need more folks in the chat.
More.
Absolutely. And then, so tell a friend to come hang out with us. It's gonna be on one of these days of the week, every week. Just let us know. Have the thing set on notify so you know when we coming on.
For sure. And also, like I said, tell us what days you guys like. If you guys like a day, tell us in the comments. Not only the comments, hit us up on our Twitters, and we'll let y'all know.
That's me on Twitter right
how
there.
We do, what I'm saying, when we get up out of here, you got to make sure we go the rest of the week. It's Wednesday, what I'm saying, it's hump day. We got to go downhill, what I'm saying, like we're ready for this weekend. But one thing you got to do is you make sure you tell your boss and anybody else in your life that don't put that respect on your name. Put some respect on your name and let them know this.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. He started